And welcome back. So we've made a few different progressions while you've been gone. Not really much in the way of something to brag about though. So, yeah. I think today though we are going to get a few things done. Along the lines of building another farm. We did build this this house last time. Well, between episodes more specifically. It gives a nice contrast to the Sequoia one over here. Otherwise, it's more or less the same. So, we're gonna grab ourselves our axe. Okay, how many of what woods do I have? Okay, I have a good amount of hickory, so let me go ahead and grab that stuff. Ooh, that's chestnut. There's the hickory. That's oak. That's hickory. Hickory and hickory. It probably won't be enough, but yeah, let's use some dolomite with us. I'm not expecting to have to cut down any trees, but it might happen regardless. And there's a decent amount of snow on the ground out here too, so. Anyhow, new house. The barn is all nice and finished. And we have some baby piglets. Roughly about 8 of them. So we have the barn workers. We have a vegetable farm over here. I'm thinking it's time we get together and make a grain farm. I should probably bring some mud bricks. Okay. And those are still drying, so. Now, the reason for getting the mud bricks is so that I can come over here and kind of just space things out a little bit. Because we are going to turn this into a bridge. However, I want to have an off-ramp. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. So I'm thinking... I want a platform here. It's gonna be about that big. That way we can actually slope on down. Or we could slope this way. You know what? I think I'm gonna want it to be... Yeah, here. And then it'll slope down this way. So that will be... That would be some cobblestone stairs there. And some cobblestone stairs here. And... What, a little platform right here. Guess we could do a platform there, right? Like right here. and then have it come off this way. It'll give it a bit of an off-ramp feel to it. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So then before the snow puts out all of our torches, let's mark the boundary. Okay, so we are going to want this roughly about 16 deep again. But this time, since we're not trying to squeeze anything here, we could just ignore the allotment of the road and have the entire section just be 16. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. And that right there will be the size of it. Except I am going to want a house here, so... Do I want to... 1, 2, 3, 4... You know what? I don't like the look of it just coming straight up against it, and it would use too many building materials. So let's say that we have a stretch of crop here. And then we could have the actual farmhouse right here. Ooh, that's one too many. Right here. And then it's going to be about 5 wide, so that's 3, 4, 5. And that one right there should be the other corner. And it's a thunderstorm, so I'm going to hop inside and see you guys when the weather gets a little bit more clear. Don't exactly want to get struck by lightning. Okay, see you guys soon. And welcome back. It's actually, yeah, just finished snowing. And it left quite the deposit here. Yeah. With that being said, I did think about it while I was waiting out the storm. And I decided, no, I want this to be one more over. There we go. And the reason for that is because I'm going to want an area roughly about, that's 3... roughly about this big per crop. So that's more or less a 4 by 6. That's 3, 4. So I guess one advantage that the snow's giving us right now is the fact it's letting us see where we are planning on building, which is just awesome. And it's not completely useless. I have the seller's mod on here. We haven't actually gone and made a larder yet, so it's not really going to be that valuable for the time being, but we can always use the snow for later, so I'm not too greatly worried about it. So we'll just move this pillar on over one more. And as you can tell, with the sudden lack of landscaping, there wasn't really much for us to landscape on this one, so I just decided to go with the default level. I mean, anything else we can just like bend to our will anyway. That's farmland, isn't it? And of course I'm gonna need new dirt for that. I probably should have had myself a stack of dirt while I was doing this. So I'm gonna go get some dirt real quick, and then we can get back to work on that. I'm basically just planning on having the, yeah, a little bit more than 32 should do just fine. Basically planning on having each crop have a little lane between them. You really don't have to. My original blueprint for the farm, and yes, I do make blueprints before ever making any of this stuff, I did not have it. However, I'm really thinking that it would do better if I just ad-libbed this one instead. So we need a grand total of 6 crops here. So that's 1, 2. That's 3. And I bet you if I dig under here, I'm gonna find... Yes, I am. So I'm gonna have to replace some of this farmland over here. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's replace this one. Okay. That being said, I also am going to need to replace these. Okay, that's not... But that is, yeah. So we'll go ahead and replace these. That way the areas that we actually want stay very visible. And as the snow melts, we're going to lose the definition of these. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to outline it real quick. And of course we're going to have to come back and plow some later. But for the time being, at least we won't lose the definition of the measurements so far. Okay, so that's going to be those. And that's 3. We want another one over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to want to get rid of that. One, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to also want to get rid of any of these. And we're gonna actually even get rid of that, so. And the definition was there, so good. Need to get rid of some of these. And the interesting thing about farmland is when you basically dig it up after you've plowed it, you're not going to get any dirt in return. That's a TFC only thing. Thank goodness it doesn't happen in real life that way. But still, it's worth mentioning since I'm sure that by the time I finish the castle build series, some of you guys, if you're not already playing TFC, are probably going to want to switch to it. So it is worth mentioning. Okay, that's 2. 3. That's 4. Let's just double check under here. And we did need 6. So now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do over here. And that's the property line, so we should probably clear out some of this to even it out. I'm trying to keep all the plots roughly about the same, 24 planting spaces each. So if you see me stop and pause for a second, it's literally because I'm sitting there and running the different blueprints I've come up with for how big 24 plots actually looks in my mind. Basically, it could be either like a 5x5, which is not 24, it's 25, or it could be a 4x6, which is 24. And welcome back. Thank you for sitting through all that derping. This is kind of me coming back after getting through editing my video to find out that all of what I had actually recorded for you guys to see and listen to had been inverted with all the things that I had cut out. So yeah, this is the final product. Sorry you didn't get a chance to see some of the finer details getting built on camera. At least you got to see what I don't show you guys, and now you kind of understand why I don't do it. So it has a nice interior. I put a chest here instead this time because we have a chimney. And we have cooking areas that are inside, and I will be getting some smooth stone to put here to actually have as a preparation table. With that being said, we also, up here, built in a little hearth. One of the things that I had actually talked on the recording that got deleted was I need to go back to some of those older houses and include fireplaces. I haven't done it yet. I don't really have a good excuse on why I haven't. I really should have. It gets cold in the wintertime, it would be something they'd have. And it's not like we live in a tropical climate here, seeing as how we have snow. So I do definitely need to include those. But anyhow, that is the final step of the house. Well, of the grain farm. I'd say wheat farm, but it's going to grow a lot more than just wheat. And a view of the chimney from outside. Okay, so thank you for sitting through all that derping, and I will talk to you guys next time.